Yeah, crap. There's a mountain bike. So we've got a car, now all she's doing is trying to work out how to make it go. Oh, she's got a torch out. Yep. Maybe she should get a YouTube tutorial on. It's the steering wheel, indicators. So are we set?
Yes.
We are set. Where are we going? We're going there.
To Sosa.
Sosa village. Let's go. Here we are, this is where we're staying. My in-laws' house. We're in a village called Sosa in the Erzgebirge, which is in East Germany, and we're just getting ready to go out. I think we're going to do some shopping at a market. You can probably hear the ticking, meaning I'm inside the house, but this is something I made. And if you've watched any of my videos before, this is the Mask of Mandragora mask, Hieronymus's mask. Now I made this for my father-in-law. He saw it and he said he wanted it. He has no idea about Doctor Who, he doesn't know anything about the show, but he liked the mask. And he loved the fact that it was all bronze and brassy looking and sort of old and ancient looking. So I gave it to him, I think as a birthday present or a Christmas present about 3 or 4 years ago. So yeah, here we are, East Germany. I mean, it's just all Germany now, but here we are in the middle of nowhere with a Doctor Who prop in my in-law's living room. So what we're actually here for, I haven't been here for 13 years. It's my father-in-law's 80th birthday. And yeah, we thought we'd better put it in an appearance because, like I said, I haven't been here for so long. But the interesting thing about this particular house, you'll see it's a kind of, well, it's a different style to all the others, you see. It's, what it actually is, it's a Swiss-style house. It used to be a dentist. Now, of course, it looks like a house. And that's the thing with German buildings, especially in this little village. There are shops and businesses all around here, but you can't tell what is what because they all look like houses. So when I first came here and we had to go to like the bakery or whatever, I thought I was walking into someone's living room when I walked through the front door. It's kind of an interesting building. Huge amounts of land, as always. Again, that's what I find kind of interesting about all this area. You know, where I live in the UK, we all live in tiny boxes. But cellar underground, so you come in through here. So this takes you into the back of the house and into the cellar. So just behind that wall is the heating element, so there's all the oils and stuff in there. They have a beautiful old sort of barn here. So this is where they keep the cars. This is where my father-in-law has his workshop. Over there, there's sort of storage for bits and pieces for, well, basically, for all the stuff over there. And there's my father-in-law just over there. He's doing the rabbits and what have you, and the chickens. I shall show you those in a minute. There we go, my father-in-law keeps chickens. There used to be 4, but 1 died recently. And there's their little house, just in there. And just here, he keeps rabbits. Rabbits for food. Actually, let's see if we can go and see one. Don't want to disturb my father-in-law too much. Not overly happy with how they're kept, but you know, it is what it is. So, rearing. Actually, let me see if I can open one up. Hello. Hello. How's you? You'll be dinner soon. I really don't like the way you're kept in here, but it's going to be the last. He's not going to be keeping them anymore. But it's still quite nice. Look at that. So my father-in-law is currently in here dealing with the chickens. But it's a different lifestyle over here. Look at the huge gardens. Fucking huge. Massive. So there's the main road, and here we are at the side of the property. I've never really been in here, because usually I wasn't allowed to come in here because my father-in-law used to grow all the grass for hay for the rabbits, and you couldn't trample through it. But if you notice, quite a few trees here. Big apple tree, and there are lots of apples harvested, shall we say. So, yeah. So lots of apples dropping on the floor. It's that time of year, it's sort of autumn. And a bit later on, we're going to take all of these apples and we're going to take them to somewhere called Schneeberg, I think it is, and it's going to be crushed and turned into apple juice and ciders. So that's going to be a fun little afternoon out. But yeah, the orchard. Do you know, I feel really terrible walking around my in-laws' house and filming. I tell you, the other thing that's weird about all this is we are up a mountain and the air is actually thinner than where I live, because obviously we're higher up. So I find myself getting, I wouldn't say breathless, but I am a bit breathy. But yeah, I do feel a bit weird walking around because I don't really like doing this. To me, this is like an intrusion on someone else's property. I just feel like I'm interceding. I shouldn't really be here. I feel like an interloper. But I am doing all this just because it's a little bit different to the usual stuff that I do, which is building things. And it helps to actually look at where I'm recording. But yeah, we'll be going off sooner or later. So we're going to take all these apples, which came from the orchard just around there, and we're going to take it up to wherever it is we're going. Where are we going? Well, it is Schneeberg. So, empties, apples. How many more sacks of apples have we got to go?
Another one in the garage.
And there's another one apparently. 2 crates of empties, 4 sacks of apples. We're going to go down to Schneeberg, drop all this off, and those will be turned into more juice. So isn't that fun? So we're very close to the border of the Czech Republic, aren't we?
Yes.
Not that I'm asking you this, I kind of know this. So, I'm just trying to think of the last time I was here, 13 years ago. How many points for getting this guy? Yeah. Okay, so to the market, yeah?
Yep.
So here we are at the market. There's the fire station. And there's the market. Isn't this lovely? Very German, very typical. What German market would be complete without a bakery? And I think this is meats and butcher. So when you think of East Germany, what do you think? You think mullets and denim. This is the sort of place that you would see that quite regularly on offer. Just going to get some bits and pieces from this market. It's not really a market, it's a supermarket. Well, which means it's a market. But yeah, this is just down the road from our house. Now, I'm not a tourist guide, but just to kind of give you a bit of an idea of this area, this is, as I said earlier on, this is a place called Sosa in the Erzgebirge. If you want to kind of place us, we're on the border of the Czech Republic on the east side of Germany. You'll see from all the trees and the mountains, we are technically up a mountain. This is essentially a mining village, well known for mining uranium-235 and all that sort of stuff, as well as coal and other minerals, and they do a lot of forestry stuff as well, so there's lots of, basically everything around here is made of wood. Literally everything you can think of is made of wood, apart from cars, of course. They're just normal cars, but yeah, there's a lot of wooden stuff around here. I mean, I'm really making the place shine with my extreme descriptive illustration of the place, but yeah, there we are, some locals, and I'm still drawing attention to myself. Someone was watching me earlier on. As soon as I speak with an English accent and the English language, everybody looks at me and all eyes are on me. So, yeah. Well, that was deeply underwhelming. We've just dropped off all the bottles and the apples, and God knows what happened. I have no idea. But anyway, my father-in-law wants us to buy from in here, apparently, something from the 1940s. It's a manual pump. I have no idea. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, to be honest, and I don't think we're going to find it. Well, maybe we will. We'll see. Now, this is what we call a proper shop. Look at all this sort of stuff. In fact, I might be able to find this pump and string in here. Where the hell is it though? Somewhere around here. Honestly, we no longer have shops in the UK that sells things and objects like this. You know, if we wanted to buy any of this, we'd have to go to Amazon or somewhere, but hell's bells. It's interesting stuff. I mean, it's just rollers and other stuff, but yeah. I would kill for a shop like this. Oh my gosh. My wife has just pointed out this is my dream. Look at all these screws and nuts and bolts and what have you. Can we buy anything like this in the UK? No, we cannot. This is just amazing. I'm sure it's not amazing to you lot because you don't care, but I do. Perfect. Oh, threaded rod. Ironmongery, hinges, braces and things. Look at that. Heaven. Wall plugs. More screws, bolts. And next to it, of course, bird food. Why not? Guess what? We failed on our mission. The thing that my father-in-law wants replacing is so old, it went out of production like 50, 60 years ago, so absolutely no way we could even try and replace it. Our only hope is to either go back in time or go to a museum. But I think if we do go to a museum, they probably want his one because it's probably the oldest they've ever seen. So anyway, we're going to go away now. Oh well, mission failed. So like archaeology, we're going to raid a tomb. And this is the place. It's like B&Q or Lowe's or something along those lines, but we're going to try and find this water pump in here. I bet we bloody won't, but we'll see. Over there. Oh, look at all these pumps. Too modern for your dad. Oh, there you go. There you are.
299.
I'm sure your dad would love that. How about this one?
Yeah.
That one would be quite good. You want a manual one, do you? Of course he does. Can't have anything too modern. Yeah, well, this is not what he wants. I can guarantee you that. He wants one with an actual handle that you pump. And seriously, it's a lost cause. The sort of pump that he wants you'll only find in a museum. It's all modern stuff in here. Look at this. There's absolutely no way we're going to be able to find what he wants. Guess what? We didn't find it, but I did find metal sheeting sheets. Dalek stuff. This. More sheeting. Ooh. Aluminium. Wow. So, a little stop off. My wife and mother-in-law have gone in there. God knows what they're doing in there. I think they're going to buy some pastries or something. I don't know. I have no idea what that shop could possibly be. Just seen a load of migrants, I suppose. There's a migrant camp over there. And there's where you buy beer, apparently. I don't drink beer, so I'm not really sure, but that looks like it could be beer. But yeah, I'm just waiting. Ooh, that's interesting. So we're back home, and this is the pump that we were looking to replace. I mean, goodness me, look how old this thing is. It must be at least 60 years old, maybe even more. So we went to multiple shops and couldn't find anything even remotely like this. Only what we could find was the mechanical modern versions. Maybe I should have a go at trying to replace some parts of this. I know this bit here has come undone somewhere down in here, so yeah, if all comes to nothing, bin this, pretend none of this ever happened. Or I could try fixing it. So you remember the other day we were looking at that pump from before time began, and we could not find a replacement other than taking the one we had to a museum. Well, in the end, it was go to Amazon. So there we are. So now we can pump out these buckets of water. That's what it was all for. All this stuff. Yeah. Can't buy anything in the shops these days. Yay, look at that, it works. So we've just gone through all the rigmarole of buying one of these from Amazon. I thought we were buying it for a particular reason. The reason is, all he wanted was the water in here, on here. What I could have just done is knock this thing over. It would have been far cheaper just for me to tip this over than it would have been for me to buy this. But my father-in-law wants a pump. It's easier for him, so yeah, we'll just do it in the most difficult way. But I could just knock this over. this drum. Right, I'm going to water my shoes now. And with this dangling around, it's going to make me look like I pissed myself, so I'm going to go and stand on the other side. Oh, this is amazing, isn't it? So we've just come for a walk, and this little view should show you what it's like around here. Lots of mountains and forests and all that good stuff. Perfect for giving you a heart attack. And this is the other side. So I guess we're going to walk that way. I'm not sure how much of this I'm going to film. We might be walking down this way. Which way are we walking? This way or this way?
No, it's true.
Or that way?
Yeah.
Okay, well, it looks like we're going that way. So this is what I've been missing over the last 13 years. It's wild or forest. And it looks fairly natural. You can always tell if it's unnatural because usually the trees are planted in a grid formation and this looks relatively random. I mean, I don't know what that is up there, but yeah, it's pretty decent. I love it up here. This is the sort of thing I really enjoy. When I grew up on the Isle of Wight, we had a lot of stuff very similar to this, so it's kind of homely to me. But yeah, it's getting quite late in the evening. I don't know what time it is. I think it's around 6 o'clock, so hopefully we don't get lost in here. I mean, how can you get lost? Well, quite easily, actually. Oh, there is a house up there. Where is it? Just about. Where is it? A haunted house. I'm sure many villains live in there. So what I was saying was the haunted house is sort of over there somewhere. But here is an entrance to one of the mines. This whole area is, well, as I've said before, full of mines. So I think that is one of the entrances there. There are quite a few dotted around here and they do tours, but not at the moment. And I know there's been a few accidents in a few of them. A nice little clearing, and just there is another house. Let's see if we can zoom in on it. There's quite a few of those dotted around, but look how nice it is. Do you know what strikes me about this kind of area? It's the tranquility, the peace. You don't get anything like that where I live. Every 5 minutes there's cars going by or ambulances. But look at this. Look how amazing it is. Now, the interesting thing is there are wild boars that traipse through this, and the local government are considering and giving serious consideration to this of reintroducing lynxes. Now, that would be perfect, especially when you've got people like me walking through, a forest like this, unsuspecting, and you're being stalked by a lynx, and it comes up and gets you. That would be just perfect. Stupid idea. Next, they'll be introducing bears. I mean, there are bears, but not here. Well, at least I don't think there's bears. Maybe Sasquatches or Yetis or hairy men. All that sort of good stuff. Not that I think hairy men... Oh, never mind, I'm talking crap now. The other thing I've just realised is that I'm on my own. Even though I've just said I'm on my own, I am actually with my family, and they've gone off somewhere down there. No idea where. Hopefully I'll catch up with them. If not, I'll be murdered and they'll never see me again. Look at that. Absolutely amazing. That's what it's all about. It really is. You just can't beat a view like that. Why do I not come here more often? That's the big question. And I'll tell you the answer. The answer is price. Plane tickets are so expensive. Now I can hear noises coming from over that way. Maybe my family are over there somewhere. Anyone about? I said, anyone about? No? Okay, I'll continue. You over there somewhere? Oh yeah, there you are. Give us a wave. Right over there. So my wife, who grew up in this area, knows it like the back of her hand, cannot find the path. To say we're lost would be a lie, because we're not lost. Because I know exactly where we are. We just got to go back that way, over the hill, and back down the other way. But again, I stress, look at this. Absolutely amazing. This is like a horror movie. I'm stalking them, going up that way. Apparently we've given up looking for the path. We're just going to traipse through the bracken, so I'm sure this will be fine. We'll be home soon. I say soon, no we won't. Maybe about half an hour or more, who knows. So here we are, beating our way through the overgrowth. Hopefully there's no mine holes in here for me to fall down. Where are they? Over there. Yep, my son doesn't think this is such a great idea by the sounds of it. Shall I take control and take over? I think so. Let me just catch my breath. Something that's just occurred to me is everywhere that you look, there's ferns and fir trees, both up there and at knee and hand level. Now, I've been with my wife for 25 years, and she knows damn well that I'm allergic to this stuff. Yet here we are, trudging our way through it. Luckily, I'm wearing suitable clothes. If I just don't touch it, I'll be fine. But she knows damn well that I'm not supposed to be in this sort of stuff. Mind you, by the same token, I do it anyway. I love this kind of thing. Brilliant. Absolutely love it. Especially when you're on your own. I'm sort of on my own because they keep going off without me. But again, the peace, the tranquility, those views, look at that. Right, so I've finally caught up with my wife and kid, and here we're on a path. Now, it doesn't look very much, does it? In fact, it looks a bit overgrown. Now, what were you just telling me?
There used to be a round trip path. You walked down there on the right, then you walked around along the loop and then back up on the left.
Okay, and what have they done?
They planted little trees down there and let them get completely out of control. And the path goes into a wall of trees and you cannot get through anymore.
So basically nature's taken over?
Nature has taken over this forest because look at all the little trees here. They used to actually maintain this and take them out, not let them grow wildly.
But isn't that a good thing? Because it's a natural forest?
Point, isn't it?
So is this like the Green Party's idea?
Yes.
I have to admit that I do like this because it's kind of, well, it's natural, isn't it? It looks nice. It kind of looks untouched by man. Apart from all the crap that I found. Do you know, you can tell that very few people come here. I actually found a E90 tape cassette. Which my son won't even know what that is. I mean, he barely knows what a CD is. You. Doesn't even know what a videotape is. So let alone an E90 audio cassette. So where are we going?
We're going to my rock.
Well, you'd be pleased to know we've made it out and we're pretty much back into civilization. So we've found the path, so that goes one way into the village. We want to be going this way, if I remember rightly. So that will take us, yeah, basically that goes around the outside of the forest, obviously, because the forest being there. So we just go up that way, and we'll be back home. And that's pretty good because I am just about to lose power on this phone. So this is it for now. Okay, just a scintilla of power left. My son and wife are over in that clearing there and they're playing with the drone. But this just says it all for Sosa village. I have just seen a man riding a moped with a sheep on the front and he drove all the way up that way. So I guess that's one of the farmers recovering one of his lost sheep. Maybe he's Bo Peep. coming out for Halloween, so where have we come to? A Christmas land. Inside it's all sorts of guff to do with Christmas, so I better go in because everybody else is gone. So in the Erzgebirge, this whole area is known for mining, so hence these little miners. And they look cute. There's a bit of an old hag over there, let's see if we can see her. So this is what it's all famous for, isn't it, with these wooden sculptures? Things like that. So these are the things that are famous for this area, isn't it? So they represent the mining gates. Oh, I always call them Sosa gates. So you've probably seen things like this around at Christmas, things like this. They're not a Jewish thing, they're these. So what are these ones here? These are the same sort of thing, right? Entrance to the mines type of thing, yeah? Just a variation, yeah? So you've got all these are variations of what we've seen earlier. These are the more traditional ones. So these lamps, I think, represent the lamps that they used actually in the mine so that they could see. So these sort of things will be displayed on your mantelpiece or wherever. Then if you want to impress the neighbours, you go and buy these ones. These ones are made of metal, and these would go outside in your garden where everyone can see them. So you've got variations of them again. I mean, you can buy, you think of it, they do a version of it. It's just everywhere. I mean, look at this, it's an entire shop dedicated to Christmas. Can you get anything more Christmassy? Reindeers, snowmen, wizards, those things. I should be a guide, I'm really good at this. More Christmassy stuff. And it's literally loads and loads of stuff like this. Ceramics and wood. Well, there's something different, something that's not made of wood. I've just found a Christmas robot. It's a Christmas robot.
Oh,
Here.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, seriously, look at all this. Just lots and lots of Christmas stuff. Amazing. So these are open calendars. All different types. I wonder what it's like working here all year round, especially in the summer. It must be so irritating. So this guy you're watching, Santa or St. Nick? Nope, it's Father Christmas. Father Christmas, or the Wine Axe Man, is not St. Nick, and St. Nick is obviously Santa Claus, and neither of those people are this guy. Only Father Christmas. Start singing. You bugger. I'm not sure what this represents, but it certainly makes me need to go to the toilet. Can't think why. Creepy as can be. Inuit, I suppose. Christ, I would not want to be fishing in that thing. That looks like a right shithole. The husky seems content though. God knows what this old hag is going to do. That's a lot of balls. Don't worry, I'm here all week. There's a hanging one. So what you do is you put your candles on this, and the heat rises and hits the fan blades, and the whole thing turns around. Of course, I would try and do it now, but if I touch this, it's bound to fall apart or fall over. Variations on the thing. Well, this one's an electronic one, but you get the general idea. So normally what would happen is the heat would come up here, turn these round, and then that would turn, and then you get things inside that turn. Just like that. Let's see if you can spot what each of these have in common. They're all smoking. That's because they're called Roisha mills. Very politically incorrect. They're all smoking.
Yes.
So what you do is you put a little, what do you call it in here?
Candle.
Well, it's a candle.
Yeah, it's like a coal candle.
A coal candle.
Yes,
So you basically get this sort of thing here. You light that, and then you put it inside here,
smokes.
and then this thing smokes. So you'll see quite a few of them have their pipes. It's all politically incorrect. You wouldn't be allowed this sort of thing in Britain. There's more of them down here. My wife thinks this Roisha Mill is Elton John. She must be blind as this thing appears to be. But tell me that isn't the Queen, the late Queen, especially with the crown here. So we're going to have a smoking Queen. That sounds really wrong. So a little update, we've just snuck across the border and now we're in what was once called the Czech Republic. It's really quite interesting. It's changed since I was last here. Last time it was a bit of a dump. It looked like a car park with market stalls everywhere. Now it's quite the eye-opener. It's very much different, as you'll soon see. So this is going to give you a bit of a clue as to what it's like around here. It's all this sort of gunk. And this is where it starts to get more and more interesting. Do you know, I get a funny feeling that some of this is a bit of a knockoff. There's Mimo Craft here. What else have we got? The Incredible Silk. Most of these are knockoffs. And by most I mean all of it. So Gucci bags and things. Interesting hats. Shoes. Bags. More shoes. So all of these fashion shoes are knockoffs. They look pretty good, and I'm saying to my son that he might as well just buy them. If he wants to have fashion wear and he wants to have them cheap, he doesn't have to sit there worrying about getting them slightly dirty.
Did you like the grey ones?
Yeah.
I think he's quite impressed by these ones.
Welche Größe ist denn das?
There you go.
42. Actually, want to try them on?
Hold on.
What are they meant to be?
Jordan 4s.
Jordan 4s, right?
Yeah.
They're clearly knockoffs.
Yeah.
How much are they? About €10. Okay, that's pretty good. Smoking paraphernalia. Oh, what's this? Oh, look, Alex. Knuckle dusters. Totally legal where we come from. What else have they got? Knives, look, knives. Knock-off watches and purses and more shoes. I mean, look at it. Just everywhere you look. Prices are good. Yep, some interesting t-shirts here. I don't think you could get away with some of these in the rest of Europe. So, do you want to tell me all about this educational shooting toy?
Oh, I don't know how this works.
Well, you kind of hold it and shoot. But again, we can't bring any of this into the UK.
It is an actual one.
I don't know. I would put it down if I were you. Hello. So the gun we were just looking at, we had to quickly run away because Alex took the magazine out, and it wasn't really a magazine. All these springs and bearings fell off. So we had to make good our excuses and run. jackets, bags, jumpers and stuff from the 1980s. It's all interesting. This is what I like. Sausage, but it's not. Look at that. Sauvage, but with an F on the end. I prefer to call it sausage. Every single one a knockoff. I wonder what it smells like. So saying goodbye to the marketplace in Czech Republic. Bye bye. So it's night time. We've been back from the Czech Republic for a couple of hours, but we've had something on charge. This is the thing we're not allowed to buy that we brought back.
Oh, I'm not doing it.
And it appears not to work. Perfect. Just the sort of crap you buy from there.
Und was haben die gekostet? 2,50. 2,50 sind die teuer. Ach, so schwer ist nicht.
God help me.
Jesus
Jesus wept. The schmaltz is dripping from the television.
Wir waren in der Apotheke.
This is quality German television.
Weil ich immer schon gedacht habe, wenn
Where's
ich
my sick bag?
bringe ich weiter rein mit. Da kostet nämlich so eine große Tube 180 Gramm so 12 Euro. Und bei uns kostet 17.
Mit das ganz schön.
Boah. Now we got your mum singing. I have no idea what this is about. You can see where all the money's being spent. Clearly not on her costume. Probably the camera. No choreography. I'm not even sure this is in tune.
It's lovely.
Seriously, this is like watching your neighbour or your mum singing. So it's 20 to 10. I think rather than watch that, I'd rather go to bed. So that's what I'm going to do. Night night, everyone. Go up the wooden hill to Bedfordshire. Good night. Can't see a damn thing in here. So after yesterday's absolute failure with this gun, I did a little bit of work to it. So inside here is a tube and it was malformed, so I had to rework it, and now it appears to work. So go on, fire away. I also noticed there's a load of these on the window.
Oh,
So the question now is, Alex, now we've fixed it, or I've fixed it, are you happy? You seem like a happy chappy.
yeah.
Yeah. Alright, well thanks Dad. Oh no, it's okay, you're absolutely welcome. Go on then, fire away. Fire at the bins. Go on. Yeah, I'm in bloody showered in this stuff. I had another idea. Oh, go on then. Ow. You cannot harm me, my wings are made of a shield of steel. Ow! In fact, I got that wrong. It's you cannot harm me, my wings are like a shield of steel. Ready? Go, 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 go! Father's prerogative. See, the problem is, now the garden is full of this. Luckily, they are mainly water and they will biodegrade. Are you shooting more at me, you little so-and-so? Yeah, yeah? Oh, you're jammed. So it's the last day in the big house. As you can see, we're packing up and getting ready to go because we've come a few miles down the road to a town called Eibenstock, which is coincidentally where my father-in-law was born and where we're having a party tonight in his honour because he's 80 years old today. This is one of the many cats, and I'm sure this one is hunting flies. He or she, I think it's a she, has been sat there for at least a good, 5 minutes? And then her little equine companions. Let's see if I can call a horse over. Horse! Come on. Come and say hello. Look, your cat friend came over. Come on. Okay then. Enjoy the grass. So here's the barn here where they keep all the hay for the horses. They've just brought a load of the horses in and we're actually overlooking them. That's where we are, that's the block. Oh look, there's the cat I called over earlier. Cat. It's one of the many cats. I think that's at least the third one I've seen. Anyway, so over that way is Sosa, where we were, and I've just noticed right in the distance, if you can just, no, you can't even see it, is a radar tower. So that's the local aviation authority. So that's the rooms where we are. There's the barn over there, as I was saying, so that's where we are, just in there. And next to it is a big riding school. So they take the horses in through this door or that door, and you can sort of ride around on these horses, and you can actually watch it from inside here. Now, I've got a bit of a problem because I'm stuck outside and I don't have a key. So somehow I've got to find my way back in. How am I going to do that? Aha! My son. Don't close the door! Right, so that's our room, there's our door. And look, you can see horses and people horse riding. This is right up my wife's street, she loves this sort of thing. I'm not overly keen on horses myself, but you know, each to their own. Inside our room, come in, there's like a closet and then a bathroom and then the main living area. TV, tea and coffee making facilities, a bunk bed. Now for some reason both of these bunk beds were made up, so clearly two of us were meant to be sleeping in there and only one of these beds were made up, so we've just moved that from there, well, from up there to down here. And also this is our little patio. So there's the barn I was talking about earlier, and that's the view. Oh, and another cat. Cat. Hello. Come here, cat. Meow. Hello, 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 hello. Hey. Okay. You can come inside with us, hey? Where have you gone? Come here. Come here, little boss cat. There we go. Yep, cat fur all over my clothes. Haven't had that for a while. Our cat Polly died 1 year ago last week. Very sad. But there we are, that's where we are. One last look at the cat. Where's the cat? Hey. Tasty grass? Right, everybody, brace yourself. Here's one for the books. Don't forget to write this down in your calendar. Look, you usually see me wearing this, and by the way, I have multiple versions of these clothes. I always wear them because it's easier than having to choose something. So here's what I look like today. I brush up quite well, I think. Ta-da! Quite smart. Lovely lining. Normally I would be wearing a tie, but I can't be bothered today. Still wearing my boots, but who cares? They say brown doesn't go with black, but I don't follow fashion, as you can quite clearly see. Right, time to put in an appearance at the party. So the party's just about to get started. People are slowly meandering their way in. I'll show you the birthday boy in a minute. There's members of his family. And there is the birthday boy who's 80 years old today. And he's not miserable at all actually, which is quite nice. He's actually quite happy. Doesn't like being 80, but I don't know whether that's just an act or not.
Das muss er lernen.
Ich kenne die ja nur als Mädchen. Ja, mit der Brille.
Ja. Und die Kleine ist jetzt ein Jahr.
Ja.
Die habe ich ja behalten. Wo ich hinstehe. Ein bisschen schönes Luft, wenn du vorher einchecken sollst. Was jetzt mit dir?
Try to blow that out. Oh, thanks, sir.
Wir sind noch 19. Das sind auch sehr gut.
Right, I'm back at the barn. There's where we're staying in one of those buildings. In fact, I think it's that one there. So this is basically the culmination of the entire trip. It's my father-in-law's 80th birthday today. It's the 21st of October 2023. They're all having fun over there in the restaurant. They're all talking to each other, catching up. It's quite a large amount of the family that's all turned up. Some neighbours and some friends. Unfortunately for poor old Ulrich at his age, many of his friends are no longer with us, but you know, he seems to be having fun. He's enjoying himself. He's made a little speech. Couldn't quite hear because he talks quite quietly, which is unusual because normally when he talks he's really loud. You can hear him from miles away. But for me personally, it's been interesting coming back. I haven't been here for 13 years. It's lovely, so lovely to be back, seeing old friends, you know, relations through marriage. And for me, it's been the first because it's the first time I've ever been anywhere abroad with my son. So we've had some good times together. And I think, to be honest, it's been a really lovely trip. Nice to see family members, extended family members, seeing all the old haunts and coming to new places as well.